And we're live here in our home studio.
I'm hoping it said it had a bad connection at first.
I hear music in my head.
Do you really? Hold on. Do you think this is all gonna fall down?
Probably.
I just want to.
It's like House of Cards.
Not that everybody wants to see me, but this way at least I can see me if I move those.
Hi everyone.
Veronica Love just joined, and I'm so.
Dear Lord.
I'm so sad we didn't get to see them this week at Sensual, but they had a great time.
Good.
I know. We're the kind of people that even if we're not there, we want you to have a great time.
Right?
Hey, these people pay good money to sponsor us.
Yeah.
So let's do that. All right. Gonna go live. Then this will be available on hollymichael.com for free later today. And it'll be available on Dash Radio, live radio, tomorrow. But it's a pre-record, so it's technically not live right now.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sad we miss you guys. What's up, Bulgaria? I'm feeling Bulgaria.
Cool.
I know. I'm feeling a little better.
That's like East Coast, right?
Pockets let me out of bed today, so
but you're still sick.
I'm still sick.
In the head.
In the head, she said. I thank everyone for the incredible messages you guys left on Pockets' page, but I'll say that in a second. Okay.
Yes. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay, go.
Holly and Michael here live from our home studio, and I'm going to do my best to get through this show. I was, as many know, diagnosed with walking pneumonia last week. I hear that's life's way of telling you to
slow down.
Slow down. You and the doctors forced me to bed rest for about five full days, and I did it. I did 6 actually. Wait, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm up right now.
Monday, one day. Tuesday,
2 day. Wednesday, what day?
One day.
Thursday, third day. But I needed to get out of bed. I wanted to be back on air, and Nurse Holly was amazing. Wait, Veronica, you guys are still in Vegas?
Oh.
I wish you guys. Yeah, it would be great to see you. When are you there in Vegas till? Okay, here we are.
We're doing a show.
I know we're doing a show. Facebook Live right now. Everyone listening on Dash Radio, make sure you go to Michael Pockets on Facebook. This is Holly's account. This is not my account. This is her personal account. And responses are her. If I ever make a comment, you'll know it because I'll say it's me.
Yes.
Sorry about my cough. That's one of the things that come with walking pneumonia, I guess. Coughing. Being sick.
And being...
You've been a great nurse, though.
Of course I have.
Thank you.
I wore the costume.
I know you did. And she was going to bring over one of our playmates. Not a playmate from Playboy, but a playmate that we play with to, like, sponge bath me. And I said, no, baby. You knew I was sick when I said... let me just this medicine.
Get everyone sick either.
Well, after the first 48 hours, I was no longer contagious with the antibiotic, but everything comes up from your lungs. It's not a pretty sight.
Not pretty.
It's not a pretty
green
sight.
And
okay. Okay. So again, please excuse me for the coughing and the hacking. I'm going to try not to do too much. Annoying. Very annoying. Coming up, really excited. Desire Venice Cruise. Go to desire-experience.com. There are literally 6 cabins left. That's it. There may be less as of today. There is a huge sale if you have the ability to get away at the end of September through October 3rd. Go check it out.
Yes.
Seriously, check it out.
That's 12 people.
That's 12 more people.
Or you could stuff another person in there.
I think there are some 3 rooms.
Maybe.
Try rooms?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, you're trisexual. You'll try anything once.
Well, not anything.
Not anal.
Not anal. I tried that.
Not pneumonia or anal?
No, I won't try those. This is not fun.
I know, that's not fun. So again, excuse the coughing. I'm going to try to do my best to limit that, but not always can do that.
We don't have a mute button.
That would be,
in life, that would be nice.
Nice one.
No, I mean, like, in general, like, but other people.
Thank you very much for all the love. Pockets have showed me all the comments. I cannot tell you how much it means to me, and thank you. There's no other words other than thank you, and I love you, and I appreciate each and every one of you for the love you've shown when Pockets, let everyone know I was pretty sick, and I'll try to slow down. I can't promise I'll slow down.
And you never get sick.
I don't get sick. I might get the flu once every couple of years.
I take the flu shot.
I don't.
That's why I didn't get sick.
Nah, this isn't the flu.
But it could be.
I don't know about that. Check it out, desire-experience.com. You can look at the cruise. It's a Desire Venice cruise. There's another one early 2018. It's Barcelona to Rome, and then always Desire Riviera Maya Pearl and Desire Riviera Maya. Great places.
Yes, always.
Always, always. Young Swinger Week, go to youngswingerweek.com. That's October 21st. We'll actually be getting in on the 20th. Come join us. The whole week down in Jamaica. Go to youngswingerweek.com. Check it out.
Young Swingers Week, I think it is.
Young Swingers Week. I think you're right. Because it's plural.
Yes, you don't want just one swinger.
I don't want just one person there. That would be awkward.
Where is everyone?
I know. That would. Yo, hello. That's why going down to Jamaica with a group is so important. You don't want to be one of 12 people there.
Yeah.
We've heard those horror stories before. And not about the groups. It's, again, make sure you know the groups that are going if you're going to buy through Hito, which is fine to do. But youngswingersweek.com.
Swingers. Swingers Week. Yeah, and then...
This weekend, Sensual Las Vegas.
Yes.
Of course, we're open. Wasn't able to be there. We missed Veronica and Christian a lot.
Yeah.
I heard you guys had a great time at our Sunday pool day party. So that's awesome. We will be there. Huge event Friday night celebrating an anniversary. Gorgeous, amazing couple. I think they've been married. They've been together, I don't know, 20, 25 years, married, something like that. Coming in from North Carolina with about 15 other couples. So we're going to be celebrating with them Friday night. And then Saturday night, right now we have RSVPs from over 35 couples. I don't want to promise because it doesn't mean everyone's going to come. If everyone shows up, the single women and the couples will have over 100 people at Sensual Saturday night. And we have 2 playroom suites at a brand new casino hotel right there. It's less than a mile away.
Yes.
If you're local, you can drive. If you're not, we can take the limos from Sensual over at no cost. You must be at Sensual, though, to go to the playroom suites. You are not allowed to go to the playroom suites, and the playroom suites are complimentary. We are not charging anyone to go to the playroom suites.
No.
No.
Not at all. But you do have to go to Sensual.
You do have to be at Sensual first. Why? Because it's business, baby.
Yeah.
It's business. So, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Yeah?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit.
No, I do you want me to say the next one?
Come on, Saturday. Bone Cast. There you go. Love it.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing, we do a lot of this, we do a lot of seminars when we're on location, and we're really proud of it. And normally, as Pocket said, I'm not sick, so I'm not breathing heavy or coughing up a lung, typically. One of the things...
Right. No, typically I'm not.
Yeah, typically I don't.
Right now.
Yeah, I know. Typically I don't. But couple empowerment is something we're very, very, very big on. Transcendental, making sure 2 become 1.
What does transcendental mean?
Making sure...
What that means?
We'll talk about that. But making sure 2 become 1. And the big thing about couple empowerment is a secure me creates a strong we. If you have 2 secure people, that's awesome. But we don't want you butting heads.
No, not at all. That's not a good time.
Not a good time at all. Negotiating is, in my opinion, a lot better than compromising.
Compromising, I feel like if you compromise, you give in. Not
a lot of times you may give in. No, come on.
And then you might be...
Resent.
You
might be resentful.
Yeah, of course. But negotiation is like, okay, it's like going to a car dealership. You negotiate.
You negotiate. You find a win-win. Because with your partner, it can't be win-lose. It's either going to be win-win or lose-lose.
Right.
You don't have a middle ground there. So when we do our couple empowerment talks, what we are looking at is a secure me creates a strong we. And this is a we, not a me community and lifestyle. So we're looking at, we can teach you, Pockets has done blowjob seminars before, teaching how, women how to give. I'm not going to say the world's best blowjobs, because, that's all subjective.
It's pretty good, though.
It's pretty damn good. The Holli King, the fire starter.
I'm pretty good at it.
You are pretty good at it. I agree. A lot of people, you have a lot of satisfied customers. Customers, wrong word.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah. Again, sorry, the walking pneumonia, the lungs. It's getting better, though. I will be in Vegas this week. The doctor said I am no longer contagious, and I can go as long as I feel strong enough. And I do feel strong enough. So, couple empowerment, we'll be doing that definitely on the Desire Venice cruise.
Yes.
At Desire whenever we're there, and in Jamaica with the Young Swingers Week. LivingSexy is something we have talked about. We have trademarked with our dear friends, the Synergy Group. And LivingSexy, who doesn't want to be alive?
And who doesn't want to live sexy?
And who doesn't want to be sexy?
Yeah.
Right? So LivingSexy. And then the other trademark that we have is on a word that's called flirt hooking. Flirt hooking. What is...
I like that word.
I know you like that word. What is flirt hooking? Flirt hooking is lifestyle swinger way of saying icebreaker.
Yeah.
Because
icebreakers...
I feel like we're kids.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not...
Or a corporate meeting.
It's not sexy enough, and it's not like, oh, let's sit down and play an icebreaker.
Shrinkage! Right? So
flirt hooking is sexy, and it's like
flirting.
Interesting.
It's flirting without having to put the effort in.
Right.
Because
we're basically doing it for you.
Well, we're guiding you.
Yes.
We're not doing it for you. That's not fair. We're guiding you.
That's not fair.
No, I mean, true?
Yeah.
We're guiding you, number one. Number two, hooking as in, you may hook something, you may hook up later with all these people you meet.
Yeah.
So you look at the cruise, for example. When we do Desire Venice Cruise, again, desire-experience.com. And I'm not kidding. There's 6 or less cabins left. If you want to join us, and you can, check it out now. But when you start flirting with given topics that we provide, you may be able to hook up later. And that's one of the reasons we do it the first night or the next full day when everyone has checked in, if people are still checking in during one day. Because now you're meeting people more so than, hey, let's all go have free cocktails and, let's try to talk to those people over there.
Yeah, and you don't want to do it the last couple days because
Nope.
you've had that whole week.
You had the whole week.
We want to break you in
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Yeah, but let's break the ice by flirt hooking. So flirt hooking, living sexy, couple empowerment. Come join us when we're on location.
Yes, I love it. And you're a very good speaker.
Thank you.
I'm not so good at
You're great with blowjobs. No, you're great with words.
English. Yeah, something in my mouth is fine, but the words coming out of my mouth, not so good.
When you're coughing because you have this problem, right? And then your wife makes you laugh even more.
I should stop making you laugh, right?
Yeah. Remember friends wanted to come over. They're like, Mikey, we've got these great cigars. We're going to come over. Let's smoke them. Guys, I would love to.
Right.
Well, aren't you feeling better? You said you're feeling better. Guys, I can't put smoke into my lungs right now. I mean, as much as I love a good cigar, I can't put smoke in
I love the smell on it.
You love the smell on me.
I'd rather you stay alive.
Stay alive. 68. Do you know what 68 is?
You go down on me and I owe you one.
Yes.
Yes.
Some people think, oh my God, that's not fair. I want to get mine too.
Sometimes I just want to give you yours, or sometimes I just want to take mine.
All right.
Like, I want it to end there.
I'm a big believer that 68, we're just calling it 68 for fun, 68 where you go down on them and then they owe you one. Ha. But really, the fact behind it is, though, lifestyle, if you're not happy at home with your partner, if your sex life at home with your partner isn't stable and satisfactory, a lot of times I'm asking you, what are you doing then in the lifestyle? Because you need to be, I feel, please let me say this, there's no one right way, but I feel to be successful in the lifestyle, at home, what?
You have to have sex.
Well, you have to be happy.
You have to be happy.
Satisfied.
Yes.
Content.
I would hope you were more than that, but I agree. You have to be
Ha, Christian, I know I'm supposed to be resting, but I'm not resting. I want to be here talking.
You're sitting down.
I'm sitting down. And I'm wearing the Evil Empire shirt. It's Jimmy and the Evil Empire because my name and the other guys' names all start with M, except for Jimmy's.
No, that starts with a J.
That starts with a J.
Yes.
So we're Jimmy and the Evil Empire.
It's a play on words.
Representing the Evil Empire today. All right.
I got no friends.
You got your wifey. But going back to pleasuring your partner. If you're willing to take turns pleasing each other, whether it's that night, or tonight you get yours, tomorrow they get theirs, or tomorrow could be a few days later, but it's not always about you. Also, one of the issues I see with couples that have been together for a while, and new couples, actually let me say that new couples do when I do counseling with them and coaching sessions, is that, I'm worried I'm not getting her to orgasm, or I'm worried he's not orgasming fast enough, it takes too long, and that means I'm not pleasing him. Two things there. One, remember, as a woman, if you know your body, you can teach your man verbally and non-verbally how to find the spots that help you come.
Yeah.
As a man, some men are less sensitive. But the key here, stop looking for an end goal.
Right. I was going to ask if you always have to orgasm.
No, that's my point. You
don't always have to orgasm.
How often do you tell me, baby, and I'm a guy, I don't get it, okay? But what do you say to me if afterwards I'm thinking you did an orgasm, what do you say to me?
I still had fun.
Right.
Because if I did or did not, I still had a good time, and it was still like a connection between you and I.
Intimate.
Yeah, it was intimate.
And the intimacy is so important, and that's what I'm talking about. Who doesn't like to come? I do. But if people are watching, It takes me a long time to orgasm. We're alone, 3 minutes, I can be done. Okay, 35 seconds, I can be done.
I'm kidding.
True.
I'm kidding.
Last night was longer.
Yes, it was.
And that was tough. I'm like, coughing up along, doggy style
It was
last
so
night.
sexy.
That was spanking you. As I coughed, I spank.
There was a lot of spanking going on there.
Yes. Anyway, go back to this. But an orgasm doesn't have to be a goal. It can be something you hope your partner achieves, and you should. You want them to be happy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be a goal.
No, it doesn't. However, I'm going to go the opposite, the complete opposite. We know someone that orgasms in like 2 seconds, and he never gets his girl off. So, and he doesn't really like going down. I'm not going to name names, but he doesn't like going down on her first to get it, like, to have her pleasured.
Which isn't fair. So write down the name while I explain this real quick. Great point. If you're with someone new, swinger or vanilla? Swinger or vanilla? We just can't say his name, that's all. But I was wondering who Pockets was talking about. Swinger or vanilla? As a guy, the first time you're with somebody, or still, for me, if Pockets and I haven't had sex in 2 nights or 3 nights, we have sex twice usually, because the first time I'm like done.
Yeah.
It's like working out.
We do it again.
Yeah, we do it. It's like working out. If I don't do it all the time, I mean,
get back in the process.
I'm coming fast, baby. I'm coming quick, baby. But there are men who, and I'm not saying I'm not one of them. I have not had this problem, but I can see the problem happening, whether it's for me or someone else, where it's new vagina.
Yeah.
Or a new blowjob, meaning someone new. You're in the lifestyle.
New mouth.
Yeah, new mouth. And you come too fast.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's during sex and you're not going to go down on her after, you've used a condom, hopefully safe sex. Latex free though, because a lot of women don't know they're uncomfortable with latex.
Yes.
Then go down on the woman first. If that's something you're worried about, again, I'm not saying you have to provide an orgasm every time, because that's just not fair to both people.
It's not
To
fair.
the woman, it's not fair if she feels stressed out that she is not able to have an orgasm quicker or at all because it's just her style.
Yeah.
And to the men, it can be stressful. Oh my God, should I?
But I think for a man, it's different because once you start thinking that, you might lose your erection, and then you're gonna start thinking, oh my God, I'm losing my erection.
Oh, there's so much stuff
And then your whole mind is
It's shot.
Yeah, it's shot.
It's shot. Getting them to orgasm, okay? When that's your goal, just take it out of the equation. It can become so much more real, so much more intimate, and so much more fun.
I agree, because then you're not inside your head.
Right, and this is with your spouse, your partner, or people you play with.
Or by yourself.
Because the orgasm, or by yourself. Yeah, no, if you're playing with yourself, you go till you come.
Yeah,
come on.
You will. I've given up a few times. I'm like, I'm just not, like, I want to, but I'm just not in the mood. I'm just getting sore down there, and I'm like, whatever.
All right, like, I'm chafing, I'm going to stop. Like, guys, if you're masturbating...
No one wants sores down there. I'm just,
God.
Just saying.
I had a buddy that said, what was he saying? He's like, oh, I know you use Nair. I use DEET. But he said,
Not when you're masturbating.
No, listen, no! To get rid of the hair. But
Yes.
he said, I should try this because when I shave, I get like red spots and razor burn. I'm like, dude, nobody wants, even if it is razor burn and razor bumps, try explaining.
That. We've all jinxed you owe me a Coke.
I mean, what if we were playing with another couple and you see that and they're like, no, I swear it's razor burn.
Yeah, you don't want to put Band-Aids down there either because then you're just like, oh,
I did that
what's
once.
going on? Oh my God.
Remember? No, I had a Hello Kitty Band-Aid.
Yes.
Because I had an ingrown hair right
God.
on the top of my hip, though. It wasn't near my penis or my groin, per se, but it was close enough in the top of the hip area.
That was a manlier.
That's all there was. That's all.
No, we had a kitty Band-Aid.
She didn't know I had that, but yeah, we had
No,
that.
but...
We were on the road, and it was in your medicine bag.
I thought you were going to say something else.
What were you going to say?
It was in your mouth.
Ah!
So much better.
So
Not
much
the
better.
Band-Aid. It's gross.
Anyway, go back to this. Orgasm does not have to be the end result all the time.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's not. It doesn't have to. It's not a must.
Right. Don't want to beat a dead horse because the horse is already dead.
Remember when you said that once and someone's like...
I know. We had a guest come in the studio.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't know that one of their horses had recently passed. Was that Christian and Joe?
No, I know who it was.
Who was it? They were in the studio. They were guests, weren't they? You can say their name if they were guests.
I don't...
Wait, okay, Pockets is writing down again. Let me see. That was Doc 1 and C.
Yes.
Okay, can't use the names either. Got to protect privacy.
Recently had a horse die, and you said I
felt so bad.
My horse just
died. And she wasn't kidding.
Foot and mouth.
Foot and mouth. Foot and mouth disease, foot and mouth. Going back, let's end it there. 68 is okay. Guys, don't worry if your woman doesn't get off once or twice. If it's all the time, then talk to her. If it's a play partner, that's up to you and your partner. If you're going to concern yourself, maybe they won't want to play with you again, or maybe they'll recognize. I've met a lot of women we've played with that will
have?
Hey, nice to meet you. Okay, great. Glad we just had sex.
Right.
No, they've said up front, and I don't take it as a challenge. I usually don't orgasm the first time I play with a couple, or the first time I'm with a guy, because I'm nervous.
And a few girls have said I don't have that information when I hear that.
I don't let it bother me.
I don't let it bother me. I have a good time, but I'm thinking in the back of my head, why did you tell me that?
Or it's just a challenge.
Yeah.
But you and I are not those people that are going to say, ho, we're going to be the ones to do it. Remember we had that he was just a doofus.
Doofus?
I don't want to use a bad word, but just a complete
I don't like when people say that.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Season 1.
I don't like when people say that they can do something and then they don't.
Well, Clayton. I'm talking about Clayton and Kristen. They were on TV. I can say their name.
Oh, you can say their name. I just don't want
to. They were abusive. They were abusive to their kids, the way they punished them. Number 1. Number 2, man, I can make everybody squirt. I can make every woman squirt. If you give me a woman, I can make you squirt. Well, not everybody wanted him to touch them.
No.
But the ones that said, all right, I've never squirted, let me try it, none. None. There were quite a few that he could make everyone squirt. If you don't brag, I believe in under-promising, over-delivering. Under-promise, over-deliver.
Yes.
Right?
I agree. And you know what? You need to take your own advice on people. Because you don't like me to just go down on you and be like, no,
you're right.
I'm just...
I want to give you when you give me, but you're right.
I just want to go down on you.
Then just say,
next time I say that. Have your penis in my mouth.
All right. Even if you don't have my penis in your mouth, yes. But no, I don't mind that. It doesn't have to. And Robert Payton, I agree with you. I don't always feel the need to have to orgasm every time I have sex. Especially, like I said, when we're around people, when people are watching us, it's just, for me, even if it's the woman that we're playing with, a couple, whatever, I really get off mentally. You know that. Yes, I'm being watched.
Yes. And you know what? If you recall, it took you years to actually orgasm with other women.
Yeah, it did. For a long time, I couldn't come unless I was in side pockets. Mm-hmm. It was just it was a mental thing. And I've been in. I wanted her to clean up. Well, no, and then listen, part of it was sexy too. When I would come inside her, then the woman would eat my cum out of her as she was going down on me. That was hot.
Okay.
That was hot. There often what would happen is I would come inside pockets because I wear condoms with the women we play with.
Of course.
And then they're eating pockets out as my cum's dripping out, and then I'm behind them having sex with them doggy style. So I'm watching it. But that's hot.
Yes.
But you're right. It took quite a long time for me to do that.
Yes.
What do they mean by opposites attract, but likes marry? Because you married someone that was just like you, and that didn't work.
No, opposites attract because I think you need a yin and a yang. You need someone that's not hyper, but someone that's theatrical and up here, and then you need someone down here that's like lower, not
lower. I'd say the playing field. Let's go. I like the level playing field.
Like I'm just chill all the time.
It goes back to whether it's in bed. I'm very dom in bed. You're very submissive in bed. Except for with women, you become more of a dom with women. But I'm more talkative. By the way, Angie and Jay, great podcast, The Average Swingers. Check them out, averageswingers.com. You showed me what he wrote.
Well,
I'm slightly talkative.
Yes.
I want to make sure I answer all your questions. And when I say, does that make sense? And if you say, well, how about this? I'm going to sit and listen. I'm not mute button. Mute button. Whereas I'm more extroverted, you're more introverted.
But I don't think people understand that if I don't have a lot to say, I'll say words to say words. I don't
say words just to say words.
No. A lot of people come up to me and it really bugs me, and I'm not going to put anyone on the spot, but it really bugs me, and they're like, oh, you're more talkative on air, or oh, you don't talk that much. Because I don't want to.
Well, and you also don't know what to say to them.
No.
You've often told me that
I'm more of an observer than a talker.
Right.
I like to observe. I like to see the situation first, and I don't trust a lot of people, so I like to see who I can trust. Anyway,
you do like I mean. You don't. We're both the same with this. We don't want anything from you. We don't want you to buy us anything.
No.
If you buy around, we're buying around. It's not like that at all. We believe we're very generous, and you don't have to be generous, but we just expect, we hope, and we expect people are to just real. Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
A lot of times we get prejudged. We're blessed to have done, we're the only couple to do the first 4 seasons of Playboy TV's #1 reality show, Swing. We're the only couple that had their own talk show on Playboy TV, which was called Nightcap. We are the only couple that, and we're the only radio show about the lifestyle, a podcast. Lots of great podcasts, amazing podcasts about the lifestyle. And we're blessed to travel the world. So people prejudge us often. And then it's flattering when we hear the next line, but it's also a little weird. Wow, you're nothing like what we expected you to be.
A lot of people say that about you.
They do.
Because they expect you to be like some beefy beefhead. Or
meathead.
Meathead.
Though, what do I hear a lot these days? When people meet us?
God, don't ever say this to him. You've lost some weight. That people.
It's funny.
No, it drives you crazy.
What's up, Mark? Good to see you. Brandy, it's good to be here.
But a lot of
I
people
should be in
think
bed.
that you're going to be this, like,
What's up, Danny? No, I'm not a meathead. Listen,
muscles,
I do enjoy working out, but I do have a lot of other things I can share.
You eat a lot of meat.
I do eat a lot of meat. I do. Danny from Freedom Acres, great to have you with us. Make sure you leave the website for Freedom Acres in the comments. Anybody traveling to Southern California, a little bit inland from Los Angeles, wonderful club, been there for a long time. So Danny, if you can leave that would be great. We were in Ohio, Mark D. Bill. Actually, we were in Ohio last year.
There's pretty people.
Pockets and I, there's beautiful people all over, and this is going to sound like a dick.
I wasn't expecting it.
I don't know what it was, but in one lifestyle venue to have so many beautiful men and women, I was thinking, do you breed them around here?
I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know what I was thinking. All right, so going back to opposites attract.
Yes.
I believe that they should marry often too, because it's good to have, like you said, the yin and the yang.
Yes.
So no matter who you marry, though, would it be uncomfortable, man or woman? And I do believe in the swinger lifestyle, maybe not as uncomfortable because we communicate openly, hopefully.
Hopefully.
And who we have sex with is more based on chemistry and somewhat of their personality than getting to know them. Excuse me, but not intimately right away. You may not get to know them intimately for, a few weeks, months, years as you get to know them. So
I didn't even know you intimately.
No, we had sex the first night. But should your partner worry at all if you are attracted more to people that are not like them, the complete opposite of them?
I don't think so, because you married your partner. You love that.
Right.
You love them for who they are, and I don't think that you have to look at, they're blonde, so I should worry.
You were blonde when I met you.
Yeah, but I don't think you have to worry about that, because I think it's more of the personality, like you said. It's not the way they look. I think it helps, but it's not the determining factor of, I'm going to like them more.
Right, or they're going to leave me for him or her.
Yeah, because it's different.
It is.
They love you for you.
My first wife is a wonderful woman, but we were both very type A personalities.
Very.
The difference, which was interesting, was when I was married to Liz, I don't fight with you. You and I might debate a little bit, but I don't fight with you. And I didn't fight with her, but she hated that. She felt if you really love me, you're gonna argue, not fight.
I hate arguing.
Yeah, she never hit me. I never hit her. She threw things at me often. She hit me a few times.
Take it all back.
But I don't believe that I have to raise my voice to show that I'm passionate and I love you. And that's where she and I are different. I don't. Right.
Opposite.
Which I love.
If you raise your voice, I'm like,
right. And to you, I'm hurting or upset when? When do you know?
When you call me Holly.
No. Well, okay. But what are my nonverbal actions?
Yeah, you're.
I'm just stoic. I'm silent. I'm shockingly, I'm silent and I'm stoic.
And then after the pillow over your face.
That's when you know. That's when you know that I'm not in a great mood.
Yes.
But I don't think you need to worry. I don't have tattoo sleeves I love them, and maybe one day I'll get them, but for professional reasons, right now I really feel I can't. You are incredibly attracted to men with sleeves, whether it's one sleeve or two sleeves. You find it?
I think anyone, not just man and woman.
Oh yeah, man or woman. But I'm saying that is opposite for me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel inferior. It doesn't make me worry, because I don't believe you would ever do something behind my back.
No, I wouldn't.
So that's where the big thing comes in. Louis saying about Testazone. Yeah, thank you, Testazone. Go to Amazon, type in Testazone. You can read all about it. 5-star reviews. Doctors are selling it out of their office now. Thousands of people worldwide take it, literally worldwide. Amazon ships to the US and Canada. If you go to testazone.com, that ships all over the world. Just send an email. There's a way to do it.
I think I've been to Ireland before. I think next time I need to personally
Deliver it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean...
So anyone from Ireland...
Yeah, really. The continent of Asia, we've shipped to Australia, different countries in Asia. New Zealand, like you said, Ireland, many, many countries in Europe. So, yeah, it's...
But I will hand deliver.
You would hand deliver that.
Saying.
Yeah. Oh, it's South Africa, too. I remember that down in African...
In a bikini if you want.
Yeah. Natalie, awesome, you got yours. Make sure you take it 4 a day. It's what the label says. All at the same time. Take 4 all at the same time. I do it on an empty stomach.
You can swallow one at a time.
You can swallow one at a time. But don't do it throughout the day or every 6 hours. Do it once. But do what works best for you. You take 4 in the morning too, don't you?
Just to have energy in the morning.
Yeah. So Amazon, type in Testazone, boom, there you go.
Boom. And follow us on Health Biolabs.
Yeah,
because I post sexy pictures.
You do post sexy pictures.
Yeah.
At a lifestyle party, if you're going to play,
yes,
whether it's soft swap, which means anything goes within your rules and boundaries and the other couple's rules and boundaries, up to and including foreplay, but not penis and vagina, or full swap, everything I said, but penis and vagina.
Yes.
Should men and or women have go-to moves?
For the finale? Like,
at all.
If you want to...
At all. I have go-to moves when I eat a woman out.
I think that you need to have your go-to moves because you know that they and you want to impress and maybe get referrals or have them give referrals. I think it's a must.
All right, so Natalie's talking about Vegas.
Okay. With
increasing libido because of Testazone. Natalie, don't forget, because we're talking about playing at a party, we will have 2 playroom suites. Anybody who comes to Central Saturday night is completely 100% free of charge invited to the after party. We'll tell you about the casino, the new hotel casino it's at. But yes, so you come to Central, boom, you get to come to the after party, and then you can see. But I have a go-to move when I'm eating vagina. If the woman's enjoying it, and if she's not, I will try my go-to move. It has yet to fail, because either the women fake it real well, or you know the one.
You are very good at going down.
Thank
Just
you.
have to say.
If I could breathe out of my ears, I might not come up.
You could teach me your move.
I'm sure you're good.
But you don't want to give out your secret, right?
I'll teach you my secret. It's a little.
But then if you teach me your secret, then you won't have a secret, and then I won't. You won't get laid. I'm using your secret.
Yeah, that's
move,
true.
So.
You might be using my secret move then. Yeah. But I do think, as a man or a woman, same thing with a blowjob. You have your Holli cane, where you make sure the shaft is really well lubricated, and then you start twirling it. Love that.
Not the fire starter, though.
I'm not a big fan of a fire starter.
Yeah, it's fun to play with like that when it's...
Not so much.
When it's, like, limp, but it's...
Not so much.
You make it dance, like... You put it between your fingers, you're like...
Sexually, too, there's something I do, and not all women like it, though, because they don't have the same sensation you do. But when I get...
butt?
Yeah, finger in the pinky and the stinky. No. When I'm inside you, in certain positions, I can take the tip of my penis and tickle your cervix.
Yes, you can.
But I move my hips in a certain way.
My hips don't lie?
Hips don't lie. So it's a little... I'm going to way overwork myself.
It would be amazing if penises would just be like...
That's
finale.
That's what it feels like, though, when I'm hitting your cervix in the back there, or any woman we've played with, because I wear condoms with them, I can still feel it.
Of course.
When the tip of my penis starts to do that twirly thing, when I move my hips left and right, there's certain way I got to do it. Ladies, if you want to see, let me know. Guys, if you want to see me do it, just let me know. We'll get a nice woman, maybe you're a woman, I don't know.
A nice woman?
Yeah, we'll get a nice lady, pockets or, it's nice to try it on other ladies. And you can watch. You can take notes, take video, I don't care. Anyway, the point is, it feels like...
Squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. What it feels like when the tip of my penis is playing with your cervix is as if you were deep throating me.
Okay.
And the tip of your tongue was tickling the tip of my penis. And that's not possible.
Possible.
Can't get your tongue back there.
Unless you swallow your tongue, and that's bad.
Natalie said she'll volunteer. Natalie, we can see about making this happen. I do like that. I was reading a poll.
And it's not a Sibian. We know they're not Sibians.
Penises are not Sibians. Our penis does not do this.
That.
Even if you're on top and you're a spinner, my penis isn't doing this. Your body is doing this.
I would really like to see if women can actually spin on the penis. this. That could be like a circus move or something.
Circus move.
Yeah.
We have friends coming in this weekend. Everyone's going to get to meet them. Couple from St. Louis and new friends. A lot of friends coming. Natalie's coming in. People from Ohio coming in. Not naming names without their permission. Natalie had put it on there. We have people coming in from Texas that we've become friends with over the last couple of weeks via text messaging.
Via Texas messaging?
God bless everyone in Houston, by the way, and anyone affected by the hurricane and the floods. It's what a shame what's going on down there, and our hearts go out to everybody. And I know the Loves, Christian and Veronica, started a charity. They didn't start a charity. They are sharing how you can donate to help people. They're not taking the money like that fraud Joel Osteen, who has a church, that mega church that holds 16,000 people. He's worth $50 million or something. Wait, ready for this?
Yeah.
Until today, when he was slammed by other pastors and people on social media, he locked his church out and wasn't helping him. He was telling you to donate to him, so he'll donate it there.
Oh my gosh, and you know what?
So he opened it today.
Churches don't have to pay taxes. So
right. People were saying that too.
Holy cow.
How can you say you're a charitable organization and that you help others when you lock the doors to a place that could hold 16,000 plus people?
Wow, that's a lot of people.
So the fraud today opens the church. I would open our home. I mean, our home.
How long's the hurricane been going on?
The flood has been going on for about a week.
Yeah.
about when I got walking pneumonia because I didn't hear about it sleeping. And, well, don't really read the news.
Sure, when you're sleeping.
What's up, Shazzy? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. But a go-to move, not a bad thing.
I think it's a good thing.
Ask permission, though, always before you try it out. No, not your move, but, hey, lay there.
I try this out.
Lay there, I'm going to penetrate you to show a move.
Right.
Not my style. My style is more, hey, how you doing tonight? Oh, great. You need a drink? No, great. I got sex.
I got a move I got to show you.
Pockets is sore, and these people over here want to see this move. Would you mind if I demonstrate? So that's something I would do. Yeah, flirt hooking. It's something I would do right away.
Flirt hooking.
Right away. A poll that was done in March of this year.
Okay.
Over 2,000 women were polled.
Wow.
And they asked,
that's a good time.
I call that a Tuesday night.
Yeah, right?
No. Okay, not 2,000 women took a poll. Well, a lot more than 2,000 women have taken polls.
One poll, 2,000 women, you couldn't handle it.
Side note, squirrel. You know that 50-year-old with a 19-inch penis that lives in Mexico?
Yeah.
He's on disability from the state. I read an article that was in either Max or GQ. He's on disability. He can't work a normal job.
Because his penis is too big?
Yeah, he's got to wear like a special sock on it because of chafing.
Oh my God.
Tons of stuff. But he said he'd like to move back to the USA.
Okay.
And do porn.
I knew it!
But he's almost a virgin because women are afraid to have sex with him. And the one woman he did have sex with said it was too painful.
Yeah?
I don't know.
That's the study?
No, that's not the study. All right, here are a few interesting questions. What do you think about this?
Okay.
What do you guys think about this? Please feel free to let us know. Jonathan, maybe I can show you a hito. By showing you mean with your partner. Got it. No, I'm kidding. Yes, be more than happy to. Pockets can show the blowjob moves, all that kind of. The Holli King.
Pockets King. You can't name the Holli King.
Pockets King.
Yeah.
Yeah, Holli King. All right, ready? What do you think about this? What do you guys think about this too? Here we go.
Okay.
Everyone listening on Dash, send us a tweet at SwingTime69. Go to Instagram for Pockets.
Real Holli Pockets.
Real Holli Pockets. Or this is Holli's Facebook page, Michael Pockets. Why Michael? Because somebody was stealing her identity on Facebook using Holli, H-O-L-L-I, Pockets, and tons of different ways we tried to spell it. So she just went with Michael Pockets.
Yes.
All right. Here are the questions. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Of the 2,000 people polled. Women. Only women. In March of 2017, over 2,000 women were polled. Stop thinking of it as sex.
I'm not. I'm just a different thought came up.
61% of the women say they talk about sex less with their friends when they're married versus when they were single.
Totally.
Why though? Why? Why do you stop talking about sex when you're married?
Because when you're single, I'm assuming that you don't have a steady partner or a BF or someone that you're hooking up with. And you want to talk about it with your other single friends because when you're married, you possibly know you're getting it all the time and you're married now.
Wait, while other studies show that the average couple has sex 4 to 6 times a year.
That's horrible.
That's horrible. We have a friend that's had sex less than 30 times in 8 years. Less than 30 times in 8 years.
So bad.
All right. So I don't understand why would you talk about sex less?
You're single and you're like, oh, I met this guy and we did this, or I met this guy.
Okay, because it's more exciting then.
Yeah.
Not to be rude. No, but it is because it's new. Hey, I used to say, what's better than new vagina?
Nothing.
So maybe to women, what's better than new penis?
Nothing.
Okay. So maybe that could be why.
Chick flick and
a good chick flick and some wine.
No, but if the studies show that you're only having sex, married people only have sex 6 times a year, then
maybe you have less to talk about.
You have less sex to talk about.
Daniel just makes a point too, and this is interesting. I don't know, and I don't agree completely with what you said, Daniel, but let me say this. Once you're married, if your friends are married too, do they become more vanilla? Versus when you're single, you might be a little more open-minded. You might play around a little more, which we think is great, right? We feign, we don't shame.
Right.
So maybe you become more conservative around your married friends, perceiving them as conservative.
I totally agree with
that. That
you.
could be possible.
Yeah.
Okay. 23% of the women surveyed said they don't chat about sex unless a friend brings it up.
Well, who's bringing it up? Because
the friend.
Yeah,
But 23% of women who don't chat about sex say they would if a pal brought it up.
I would talk about
that
sex
makes
if they
sense,
brought it up,
though.
but I would not bring it up myself.
Okay, I mean,
because I'm not shy per se, but why would I bring it up unless I feel comfortable that they're gonna be okay with it?
Right, Alan's right. That might be why they talk about it less. Brandy said that if Alan doesn't get it 3 times a week, that he's got issues. I love it. I'm with you, buddy.
I got issues.
I'm with you. I get that. And even in the lifestyle, some men and women, this is looking at women, are uncomfortable bringing it up.
Even like what we talk about, sometimes I'm like, I'm a little shy or...
Until you realize it's so cool to be able to talk about it.
Yes.
In front of people.
Yes.
All right, last one. 78% of women say they know their guy shares sex life details with his friends. They don't say if they're okay with it or not, but they say, 78% of women say, I know my guy shares it.
That's fine though. I think guys are just different. Guys are just more, not open, but I don't know.
I don't know. Bridget Fetisi, at Bridget Fetisi on Twitter. I think it's Bridget Fetisi on Facebook. Very good friend of ours, amazing writer, comedian, great podcast called Benched. Listen to it. It's not about the lifestyle. It's a man and a woman, both comedians, but in their mid-30s that are divorced, so they're like on the bench dating. They're dating and they're put on the bench like they were like playing a sport.
Right.
Coach says, no, you're sitting on the bench, guys. You're sitting on the bench. That hurt.
Wow, it's very masculine.
But Bridget is really fed up. She writes for Playboy and everything. She's fed up, and I don't blame her. I'm fed up too. Cooper, stop freaking using politics as a pathetic way to get people to read our magazine. Seriously. You're annoying. You're nothing like your father. Nothing. God bless Mr. Hefner. Mm-hmm. I know, you don't like when I rant, but God bless Mr. Hefner. 91 years old. He is getting better. Has a few issues with his back. But Cooper, you are not your father. And whereas Playboy has always been, what's the word? Not challenging, not aggressive, cutting edge when it comes to politics.
Yeah.
And saying, sorry, and saying things like, hey, we may not agree with this, but we're going to talk about it, even if it's in a negative way.
Yes.
You bring it up. But he went online, and Trump was on a cover like 20 years ago, and he said he's ashamed of that cover. He just insulted the playmate that was there.
Ooh.
And thank you, Carrie Stevens. I think it's at Carrie Stevens XO on Twitter for pointing that out. And the playmate, like Trump or not, this is not political.
No.
It's not. And Cooper, how pathetic are you to use politics to try and, I mean, you're a pansy. There's nothing more. Why? The articles are amazing. Sell the magazine on the articles. The women used to be amazing, and some of them still are. Sell a magazine based on the beautiful ladies.
Yes.
Find an identity with TV. We have no identity with TV. Playboy TV has no identity.
You're right.
And right now with Playboy Radio, it's in flux. Why? Because other than us, no show has been kept since the SiriusXM days. Why? Because they don't know what they're doing. They don't. And we're still there, but I don't have the pride I used to. So Cooper, get off your freaking soapbox. Get into reality. You think you're real? You grew up in a mansion with servants. That doesn't give you, it doesn't mean you can't understand what the rest of us went through, but you don't insult that playmate that worked very hard to get on that cover.
God, no. Yeah.
She actually signed a cover saying F you, Trump, signed it and auctioned it off and donated it to, I forgot what the charity was for. I'm not condoning the FU. I'm not condoning bashing anybody. But what I'm saying, I guess I am bashing Cooper. But what I'm saying is, we don't need to sell magazines or promote the brand by being negative.
No, not at all.
You and I try to stay as positive as we can.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
I like staying positive. I think you sell with positive.
I think the feed froze while I was bashing Cooper.
I didn't do anything.
I know, that's kind of funny. But that's my problem with it. And listen, some of you may really, really not like me after I say this next statement. And I'm going to say it. And what does it have to do with swinging? Bridget Fennessy brought up to me in text message recently that it's a shame how men are being emasculated by women. Men are being shamed for being masculine. Men are being shamed for being chivalrous. Men are being called misogynistic or misogynists. Let's take the extremes out for a minute, everybody.
Right.
Let's take the extremes out. We're talking about the men that say please and thank you. We're talking about the men that may have emotions and cry a little bit. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the men that hold the door for women and men, but women. And women are saying, well, I can hold my own door. Well, yeah, I'm not holding the door because you can't hold it.
Right.
I'm holding it out of respect. My grandparents raised me. I'm holding it out of respect.
I think chivalry is a beautiful thing.
I do too. And in the lifestyle, I feel respect is important.
Yeah, it's totally important.
You know, we had this debate with a man and a woman who claimed to be very feminist. They're major feminists. And I said, what is the issue if I, as a man, with Holly, walk up, with pockets, we walk up, and I say to the man, well, if you and I are together, we're going to say it to both of them.
Yes.
But if it's just me, if you're asking me to go find out if that couple's interested, then I will first talk to the man.
Right.
Just out of respect. It's not that the woman isn't good enough. But society places certain certain thoughts on things.
Yes.
What would it look like if a dude walked up to you and I and only addressed you?
That'd be horrible.
Why though? Why?
Because we're a couple.
Okay, but why would it be? I mean, I agree with you, but why? What would it make you feel?
I think it's disrespectful in front of you that he's not respecting you as my spouse or partner to talk to us both or talk to you first.
Right, and it doesn't mean that you're not, because typically when people say, hey, would Holly be interested, a guy walks up and said, hey, would Holly be interested, or a woman, hey, would Holly be interested in playing with my lady friend or with me if they're a lady, or a guy? I say the same thing each time. Hey, you got to talk to Holly. That's her decision.
But it's for you to say that and not for him to just come up to me or her to come up to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Daryl, I'm not sure what you meant there. But it is all about respect. And it's okay for men to be masculine.
Yeah.
We don't have to be effeminate. And even if we are, you don't have to be masculine. But Bridget's really been front and center with a few other writers that are well known publicly saying, no, enough. Let's stop bashing men. Not all men are misogynists.
Right.
Not all men believe they're better than women. Let's stop treating them all as equal. And let's start to recognize the ones that do respect, that are masculine. Let's allow them to be masculine.
Yeah.
And so I'm big on that. I really believe that.
I totally agree.
Do you agree?
Yes. And if they start being sexist or whatever, then you can say something. But give them the chance to...
Give them the... You don't trust people right ahead.
No.
But one of the things I've never heard you do is say, oh, she's this, or oh, he's that, as in sexist.
Right.
You know,
it's not fair. I know them.
It's not fair, and I believe in equality for all.
Yes,
you know, which
I agree.
A lot of people don't agree with my stand on freedom of speech. They don't. My fear, my biggest fear, one of my biggest fears, people have said, you know, don't worry for you about those who report your pictures or say mean things to you. I think it's silly. Just click off. Just don't.
Right.
Because the Constitution protects our right to be swingers. The Constitution protects our right to talk about being swingers.
Yeah.
The Constitution does protect our right to freedom of speech.
Yeah.
I do not like hate speech. I do not practice it, nor do I condone it, ever. Hate speech about any group,
right,
any minority, any ethnicity, religion, gender, nothing. However, if we start saying all speech is free except this, who's deciding what this is?
Right.
Because what you don't like, okay, but what if this group over here doesn't like this kind of talk? Why don't they? Where do you vote on it? Where does it begin? Where does it end?
And who votes on it?
And who votes on it? And so what happens? I go back to this. Okay, values and morals are important. In the lifestyle, you and I have our values and morals. We don't push people beyond their boundaries. We don't ask them to do things they're not comfortable with. Mm-hmm. We don't ask them to go against the rules that they and their partner set up or their own personal rules if it's them.
Yes.
My biggest fear is, though, that when you start limiting what is truly free speech, we work towards a dictatorship or a type of monarchy, which is a dictatorship.
I agree.
You know, look at Game of Thrones. You say something negative about Cersei, she'll have your head cut off. Or she'll have that mountain dude kill you.
Right.
That is what concerns me. I have the right to not listen to them. If somebody wants to march, I'm not giving you press. When you go out to demonstrate against the demonstrators, all you're doing is providing extra press for them. Yeah, my belief.
You are.
You can argue and say no.
You're giving them a bigger voice.
You're giving them a bigger platform, a bigger voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can argue with me and say, no, Michael, I go out so it's heard the opposite side. Okay. Okay. I don't agree, but we can agree to disagree.
And that is your right.
When people have protested lifestyle swinger, open-minded events that you and I have attended, we don't go out and start shouting at them. Actually, John Melfi talks about a story where he actually, on cold nights, brought hot chocolate, coffee, and cookies to them.
Yeah.
They refused it. We're not going to take it from you. Okay, but he never argued with them until they started slut-shaming. Right. Then he had the authorities remove them.
Yes.
Right? So I agree. There's a certain point where someone has to learn to shut up, but we also have to learn to stop listening.
True.
Just stop listening. Away. Click off of it. Don't show up. Haters are... Taylor Swift, T-Swizzle said it. Haters are gonna
hate.
And no matter what we do, family, and we say family because blood may make you related, but loyalty makes all of us family. So I wanted to come on here today after a week being in bed with walking pneumonia. You know, when I get all worked up like this,
sexy.
Thank you. When I get all worked up like this, I don't cough as much.
No, yeah. I'd rather you cough more.
So, I just, hatred of masculinity. Yeah, Miss Andrew, you're right, sir. You're absolutely right. It's just, we need to, this is Nars from the Play Zone. What's up, Nars? Leave your website there too so people can find out where and when the Play Zone is. We just need to get back to basics. If someone says something that upsets you,
don't listen.
Don't listen. Turn the TV off. Switch a channel. That's it. Stop.
Turn the other cheek.
Turn the other cheek. There's a saying that we need to all remember, and it started, I think, in pre-K. And no, I'm not kidding. If people remember this, guy started saying,
yes. Oh my God,
I'm going to pocket say it in 1 second. But if you remember this saying, then freedom of speech, whatever it is, again, I really dislike hate speech. I refuse to listen to it, and I've gotten locked up and left places. Because I will not support or be around somebody that supports it because it looks like I don't. But what's the saying, Pockets?
I think we're talking about the same saying. If you don't have anything to say...
Nope.
No.
Sticks.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words suck. And if your partner's saying certain things, it hurts. But if strangers are... Excuse my language, but fuck them.
Right.
Literally, if you want to. You know, it could be anger sex. I don't know. Hate sex. I don't know.
You like that.
Yeah. But not with people that talk back.
No.
Anyway, all right. Off my soapbox or whatever, my tangent. I just, thank you, Nars and Danny. Thank you very much. We need to come together. How do we stop hatred? By ignoring them. You don't like something, don't give it a voice. We get tweets. Pockets will show them to me, and I'll say, baby, it's up to you, but I would not even acknowledge them because then you give them a voice. Somebody with 100 or less followers, or somebody with, doesn't matter how many followers they are, if Pockets responds to you, be it on Twitter or Facebook, and it's a negative response that you put out, by responding to you, it gives them a voice.
And it looks like you're irritated.
Well, yeah. Even if what you're saying is smart alecky because you're pretty funny.
Right.
We are proud to be swingers living the lifestyle. We are proud to empower couples. We are proud to be living sexy. We are proud to do things about flirt hooking and how to be stronger and sexier and all the sexier is a state of mind.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if you bash us. Oh, this or oh, that. Whatever. You go live your life, we're going to live ours.
I live my life. You don't live my life. So.
I agree, Daryl. What's happened to civility? I don't know.
I don't know. And it's sad.
All right, I got to read this.
I fear for the future, but...
You fear for the future. I fear for the kids.
I fear for the kids.
All right, I want to read this just because I wrote it down. And it's something... No, you know what? Forget that. No, I want to go on to something fun. I do.
Okay.
I wrote a few fun things down. Okay. Have you heard about the new global study, over 7.5 years of research, with more than 135,000 people from 18 different countries and socioeconomic backgrounds? Okay. Have you heard about this?
No.
It shares moderate fat consumption may lower risk of premature death. All these years they've been talking about get fat out of your diet.
Don't eat fat.
Now they're saying, no, saturated fat isn't as bad as we thought.
You need fat for your brain.
Yes, but you ready? Researchers, what does this have to do with living sexy? Let's eat donuts.
Because if we live longer,
We want to be sexier.
You be more sexier longer.
Yep, and what does this have to do with swinging? I like sandwiches after sex. Donuts.
Donuts.
Bring me a donut.
Donuts during sex.
All right, here we go. Researchers also found that dietary fats, including saturated, which they said were bad, polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats are not associated with major cardiovascular diseases or increased risk of heart attacks. Right.
We're having bacon for dinner.
What's for dinner? Bacon. What's better than bacon?
More bacon.
More bacon. However, a diet, ready for this?
Yeah.
A diet high in carbohydrates, in which carbs represent more than 60% of your caloric intake, was linked to higher mortality rates, which means higher death rates.
Keto diet.
Yeah, the keto diet.
Yes,
right?
it's high in fat and low in carbs.
Yeah. Ah, Krispy Kreme. Bring Krispy Kremes, people. That's what this is about. In a swinger party, you're thinking, what do I bring? You know, I'm bringing, my partner and I are bringing condoms and lube. You know, they've got alcohol. It's be like, you know, with us at Sensual, you don't have to bring anything.
You can bring donuts.
No, we can't.
So we can play ring
We
toss.
can't let them in.
Oh!
No, there's certain, you know, rules and stuff about that. Now, that'd be fun.
We'll do that tonight.
We'll do that. Yeah, we do that in the play suites. But you're thinking, what should I bring? You don't have to bring anything other than, you know, again, the essentials. Bring some lube, maybe hand sanitizer, and some condoms, latex-free for you and your partner. But if you really want to bring something, Krispy Kreme to the rescue.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. All right, last but not least, overall, the study showed that avoiding a high-carb diet and consuming a moderate amount of fat, along with fruits and vegetables, can lower the risk of premature
death.
death.
A little tiny...
With fruits and vegetables. With fruits and vegetables. And I think that's important for us to know as lifestyle people.
I think we need to try that.
Yeah, it's not like you didn't make, what did you make?
But what did I make?
What did you make the other day?
Rice Krispie treats?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. I think that's full of carbs, though. Chocolate Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah, but Rice Krispies are gluten-free, which doesn't mean they're good for you, I'm just saying. The marshmallows, it's just marsh and mellow.
Right?
So it's got mellow in the word.
I mean, you can't beat that.
This weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Central Las Vegas. Come and hang out with us. Big party right now. Friday night, and again, I don't like to say how many people have RSVP'd because it implies they're all coming.
Yes.
They're not. But as of now, we have about 35, 40 people for Friday night. Fridays aren't always as busy, but they are intimate, they are sexy, and we get to spend more time with you. Central Las Vegas. Just hit us up at Holli and Michael, Holli, all together on Kik if you want. Send us an email or go to hollyandmichael.com. There's multiple ways to reach us. At SwingTime69 on Twitter. Right here on Facebook, you can leave a message. Pockets checks all of the messages, even from people that aren't friends. You can only have 5,000 friends, and then they shut down your personal page and make it a fan page.
Yes.
That's why Pockets keeps it at 49, like 90. And I know you would like to accept everyone else's friend requests. You can't.
Yes.
So please follow her. You can stay in touch with everything. The page is open. It's public.
Yes.
So that's the reason for that, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah. Forrest Price. Donuts at a lifestyle club? Isn't that like bringing a knife to a gunfight? Hey, we're going to work off the calories, and the new research shows that saturated fat isn't as bad as they thought. It's not bad in moderate amounts. So that's why I'm looking at it.
Who's they?
Who's they? Them.
Them.
Us? No.
No.
Who is they?
Everyone.
But come on out. Friday, our day pool party. Sunday, our day pool party. Veronica and Christian Love, thank you so much for joining. We wish... we wish we could have been there.
That
sounded sexy. To party with you. Alan and Randy said what a great time you all had. And what? Lima beans improve digestion?
They do.
Okay, great. I don't know what you're showing me.
I wasn't showing you.
Friday night, Saturday night. Saturday night, 2 Playroom Suites, complimentary entry to the Playroom Suites. You do not have to pay to go to Playroom Suites. When you come to Sensual and you hang out at Sensual, party there, complimentary entry to the Playroom Suites.
Yes.
I know other places charge. We don't. That's it. There you go. All right. Anything else I got to remember? Desire-experience.com. Less than 6 cabins left for the Desire Venice cruise. We're going to be there. We'll be doing Living Sexy talks, couple empowerment talks, and definitely Flirt hooking.
Yes.
What's Flirt hooking? Listen to the beginning of the show.
Yes,
I think
definitely.
that's the best way to
Go
say
to
it.
Amazon, search Testazone.
Thank you, Testazone. Go to Amazon, type in Testazone. Test your zone. Get in the zone. Test the zone. Anything else?
That's pretty good. No, that's
Thank you. Lucky Dragon, we can't wait to be there with you this weekend. It's our home away from home. It's where we live in Las Vegas right now, so we find a place. Great hotel. LuckyDragonLV.com.
Yes.
All right, are you ready, baby?
Yep.
Swing, swing. We love you, family. So that cuts us off now from the feed to Dash Radio. I'm going to cut off the Facebook Live because I got a lot of phlegm that wants to come up.
Going back to bed?
And I'm going back to bed. Yeah, that did wear me out more than I thought it would. But I'm proud to be with you guys. You want to say anything?
Peace out.
Peace out. Thank you, Nurse Pockets, for taking great care of me. Don't forget. Why can't, nothing's moving. Why won't this work? Test the zone. Pockets.
Real Holli Pockets Instagram.
Are you wearing your new jeans?
I am.
Look at these new jeans. I love these new jeans. Love them. Oh, your tushy looks so goody. Look at that. Look at that. Peace out.
Peace out.